We're back. We are back again.
Here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the most consistent agricultural podcast out there.
That is the one.
And to my left, I have got
Leighton Budinger.
And the man, the myth, the legend to the right, we have...
I am Luke Curtis.
And
tell us who you are, big man.
Just Dylan, mate.
Yeah.
Dylan, aka anything?
No.
He's not wanting to plug it. He's got too many followers now.
His Instagram keeps crashing.
Yeah.
Well, boys.
Oh, dear.
We're here again.
How's everyone been?
Yeah, we're all good.
I've been good apart from the rain.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking shite, boys, isn't it?
Summer.
But we soldier on. We soldier on, as we always say.
Every farmer does.
Someone's got to do it.
Exactly. That's us.
But we got a guest, didn't we? Another one.
Yes.
After the three of us doing the last podcast on our own, it felt a bit lonely, didn't it?
We know how to treat the people, bringing all these guests out. Bloody hell.
And we got a good one.
We have some good ones. And this one, we've got a few things about her.
Yeah.
And apparently she is the youngest person in Lancashire to have a double knee replacement. And we all know why she's had a double knee replacement, because she's on them so much.
She was also once in the GB shooting team. Ooh. But she couldn't go to the Olympics because she couldn't get the loads out quick enough. Yeah. Just not quick enough.
Her hands are no good.
Just couldn't get them out quick enough,
Oh,
you know?
bloody hell. Olympians. I'll tell you one thing as well. She's also had both strep A and strep B.
What's that?
What is that?
Oh, basically what it is, it's a disease that you contract from Harper Boys.
Oh.
And you dirty dogs, you Harper lads, you're dirty, aren't you?
But please welcome Miss
Rhiannon Evans.
It's Rhiannon, actually, thank you. But Rhiannon.
You got it right. I said Rhiannon.
Oh, right. Chicken ear.
You said Rhiannon?
No, he said Rhiannon.
I'll take it. I'll take the hit. You're on the nose there, right?
Technical difficulty there, sorry.
You kept quiet for some reason, didn't you, Leighton?
Yeah.
You weren't sure.
Not good with notes, you see.
We know that. Oh, dear.
So how you doing, Rhi?
Not so bad, no. I hate to rub it in your guys' faces, though, but it's bright sunshine down here.
I mean, it's nice here.
It's not too bad, yeah.
Debatable. But, yeah.
Debatable.
Not
Where is down here?
I'm currently in Barmouth. I've just started my new job here.
Ooh. What's the new job?
I'm managing a horse tracking centre. I've taken a bit of a step back from agriculture, believe it or not.
Wow.
But, yeah. I'm still doing farming down here, though. Don't worry.
What does horse tracking involve? Just
riding horses?
Just riding horses, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that,
Leading
is that the one where you take like members of the public out on like
That's
and
walks, or yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
She sounds like she loves this job.
Yeah. Yeah.
First,
You sound like a really good public person.
first day in, and she's like, "Fuck the public."
Yeah.
Right.
So tell us about your. Obviously, you've done a bit of farming, from what I know.
Yeah.
Tell us about your journey into that, because you've not from farming. Is that right, or you are?
No, I am from farming. I'm from a sheep farm. We were originally dairy. So growing up, I was never really interested in it. And then I got to probably about 15, 16. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in my life. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get involved with the farm. Sheep weren't my thing. I knew that sheep weren't my thing from being young. That's sort of actually what put me off agriculture.
Tell us why.
So no, I decided to have a go at dairy of all things. So yeah, I got my first job in dairy at 16. I worked my way up to being like an assistant manager in that job before I went to university. I then attended Harper Adams University year after COVID. And I just graduated this year in agriculture with business management.
Ooh.
And
Well done.
I'll get you, Miss
I was enough to actually have the opportunity last year to manage a dairy farm while I was on placement. And I decided that actually that's what I wanted to pursue in the future. And then somehow I've completely gone away from that and I'm managing a horse tracking centre.
Oh, it's a up and down career, isn't it?
You said at the beginning that you started working on your family farm. How was that for you, like working with the family? Was it easy to do, or did you clash heads?
I butt heads my family a lot. So it wasn't the easiest thing to do. It's got a lot easier since, more because I know what I'm doing now. Like I do lambing every year, I do shearing, and I say I've always been around the sheep. It was just sort of I wasn't overly confident in doing things. I found that actually stepping away from the farm and going and working at other places where people weren't going to treat me like I was stupid and like I was thick and just treat me like I was learning.
Hang on. What do you mean like? What do you mean like you're stupid?
Sorry, I know that I am stupid.
I'm glad this is on Zoom, Dylan. I think you might be cruising for a bruising.
She's all right.
Blonde.
No. So why was it your family transitioned then from a sheep to a dairy farm?
No.
So where I'm from, there's a certain sort of law surrounding the M61 and the land either side of it, and what can be kept for agriculture and what has to be industrialized. And unfortunately, our farm falls on the wrong side of it. Up until January this year, we were actually the only farm left on this side of the M61 in Lancashire, well, in Chorley area. And in January this year, it got passed that planning had been applied for on it, and it was going to compulsory sale. So a few years ago, when it first all started out with this whole legislation, they would buy sort of small plots of land off farms, like on compulsory sale. So we basically ended up with not enough land to feasibly run dairy. So it would just seem like the more logical option to run sheep instead. Because if you don't have enough land to really run dairy, you don't have enough land to run beef. So we just sort of thought we'll move into sheep.
Oh,
Crikey.
That's awful.
yeah,
though,
it
isn't
is. Yeah, Christ.
Like you have no say in it at all, and
No.
you're just losing land like that.
And it's not even like a good price that we get for it. It's just sort of like, hey, here's a lump sum of money. Yeah, that's it. That's our land now. And unfortunately, that's what the government's been doing for years, and a lot of people don't know about it.
What is it that they're building it? Is it just houses, or is it like industrial units, or?
Yeah, it's mainly housing. I have seen farmland go for other things. Obviously, HS2 has been going on for God knows how long. So that's also an industrialization project surrounding farmland. Who's trying to break into my caravan?
The government. That's it. You got started.
Someone's trying to break in my caravan.
This is live.
Should we be laughing?
Yeah.
Are you still alive?
This bloke comes on the
Yeah.
screen. Oh, boys.
Hey, there's 3 men in here.
Yeah.
Don't come in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pardon?
It's my neighbour's dog.
Oh. Panic over.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Oh, that's I can't remember what I was saying now.
I was just
Yeah,
saying,
some
yeah,
That's fun, yeah.
planning and stuff. Yeah. Wow, no, that is mental though that they're doing
Yeah.
that.
What do you do? What?
But you can't,
There's-
can you?
apply against it, which is what we've done. So currently we've moved off the farm. Moved all the horses, moved all the livestock. However, it's up in arms whether we'll get it or not, because originally they just applied for the opposite side of the valley to our farm. Which we were like, yeah, fair enough. At least we'll get to keep something. And then that got denied due to highways. But because of the last time they took land, we ended up at the top of an estate. They literally built an estate on what was there, and the rest of the farm ended up at the top of it. So now they can argue that actually they're not building a new estate, they're adding to an existing one, which is why we actually don't think that we can appeal against it this time, and why we've moved everything.
You got the problem with that, and then you've also got the problem with farming sheep as well at the same time.
Well, yeah.
Again.
No. What was it you don't like about sheep then? Because you're talking to 3 sheep farmers here.
And Leighton.
Yeah. Dad's a sheep farmer as well. You come off of it.
Yeah, so my main thing is just sort of they're just really annoying. They want to kill themselves all the time. They just want to escape. Like mine at home, they're not too bad for dying. They're just really, really bad for escaping. But also the scarlets on my forehead is because of sheep. I got taken out by a feed bucket because of sheep, and I ended up with 3 stitches in my forehead. And I also got fired from my job because of that, which is another reason why I hate sheep. I was working with sheep when I did that.
No way.
Oh dear.
You got beat up.
That counts as a farming fuck up, really.
Yeah,
You got beat
yeah,
up.
The bonus farming fuck up. Love it.
yeah. I got fired from my job because I had to go to hospital and get stitches in my forehead.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey ho.
Okay.
We don't know who you are, but it makes wherever you are, you know who you are. You look bad now. You're a big shit house.
Yeah.
I know. Better, she was at Royal Welsh this week and met up with her, and she was buying me drinks to try and make up for it.
Nothing like a drink can't sort. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Apart from that, you got obviously into Harper Adams. How's this is our first Harper guest, isn't it?
Well, Caitlin did a course there, didn't she? But
it's the first proper.
yeah, proper.
Yeah,
Sorry, Karen, not to say that you're not proper, but
she won't mind.
You are the first official proper representative of Harper Adams University. Tell us what it's like.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in my first year, it was something. I'll tell you that. It was a bit rash, a bit wild. I sort of became a bit of a granny when I got into final year, believe it or not. I didn't want to go out or anything. I did really love the university though. Like it was really good for socialization. I've made some really, really great friends through that, not even just from this country, like from other countries. We have a lot of people over from Ireland. We have a lot of people over from South Africa, all that sort of jazz. It's also opened up a lot of doors for me in terms of work. The job that I actually ended up managing a dairy farm on last year was because of someone that I met through Harper. So I have a lot to owe to it, if I'm absolutely honest.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, if anyone's ever thinking about going to, if you're umming and ahhing, seriously, just go for it. Even if you just do one term and you drop out, just go for the experience.
Yeah. So, because we hear that the nightlife is pretty mental over up there in
something else.
It's Shropshire, is it? Is that where it is?
Yeah.
And
Have you boys ever been up there?
Nah.
no.
You never been around there?
No, I've been once. We had a competition day out there for young farmers out there, and I mean, pretty big up there. But yeah, no kind of nightlife or anything up there.
Oh, I actually had a look around there to possibly go. It's some place. It's mega. Big dairy as well.
Yeah, they do sort of projects every few years. So when I first started, they were doing, I think it was regenerative farming. And then in this year that I've just left,
oh, Mr. Organic.
started up a new project that was called a future farm. So it was all about zero, like they had a 0 man hectare where they basically had robots doing the whole thing. And it was supposed to be so that then the idea was to save money, so they weren't having to pay someone else to go and do it for them. They were just having to use the machine. They also, in my first year, introduced milking robots, which went tits up. As far as I'm aware, yeah, no pun intended there. I've actually just realised what I said. But yeah, no, it is quite interesting what they do. I did part of my dissertation on one of the projects that they were doing because I wanted to do it on a certain topic, and it turned out Harper were doing something that actually links into my dissertation. So I did it all on that.
Yeah.
Quick question: what do you think of organic farming?
Oh,
just good or bad?
It depends on what industry, like in what sector you're working. So obviously I'm a dairy farmer. In terms of dairy, it is physically not possible in terms of keeping cow health and also cow welfare. Because essentially, if you're doing organic farming within dairy, most contracts include that you cannot use antibiotics, you cannot use medications, which is then actually detrimenting the cattle's welfare. So I really, really do not agree with it from a dairy perspective. But
hang on a minute. When have you been this clever and this intellectual? You're using such big words. Who are you trying to show off for?
She's got a PowerPoint. Oh, yeah.
Dylan, I've always been this smart. You've just never given me the chance. You've always just seen me when I've been a little.
Oh, Dylan.
No,
It's all coming out now.
never.
You nasty person.
College, I came out with 3 A stars and 2 A's. I did 5 A levels.
Oh, you sure that was you?
You what?
Keep coming.
I'm getting all sassy. You
Love it.
Oh dear. So basically, organic is shit. So we'll go with that.
The dairy, the dairy.
Yes.
What's that?
From a dairy perspective, yes. I can talk about it in Arab.
That's all.
No.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So there's one question I always ask people that come on here is, what is your favourite thing about the dairy industry? Seeing as
in all fairness, probably the opportunities that it's given me. Within dairy, obviously, there's not just milking cows. So previously to everything that I've done within dairy, I've done calf rearing, I've done cattle health, I've been a cattle health manager. Last year I was mainly doing machinery work. I had quite a bad injury to my neck, so I went really, really into machinery work while doing that because I couldn't milk, because I couldn't move my arms very well. That's then opened a lot of opportunities for me in other sectors of farming. So I was originally supposed to go on a harvest job over summer. I ended up not going on that because of a surgery that I'm still waiting on. Shout out to the National Health Service for that. It's just sort of the doors that it opens. It doesn't, it's not just restricted to that. Like, you can go on to be a nutritionist from it, especially if you're doing the feeding, because a lot of the dairy feeding is really, really based around sort of getting protein into the cows, getting energy into the cows. I can remember quite vividly sort of having to adjust all the ratios for our dry cows, our closed cows, so the ones that are about to calve, then freshly calved ones, the highs and the lows. They all had different ratios. That knowledge could have allowed me to go on to become a nutritionist, or at least study in nutrition. We also do a lot on crops. So we were doing some crop trials last season. We did actually try doing a bit of organic in terms of the arable side of it. We trialed some machinery for sumo, which was it was really interesting to use. And it was sort of good to see, like, there's different ways to do things. You don't have to necessarily go down the chemical route.
Yeah. So it opens up a lot of gateways for you. And that's
Yeah.
good, isn't it? So you'd recommend it for people, like, if people were thinking what part of farming should I get into?
Oh, 100%. Like, if you want a gateway into farming, if you want any sort of way into farming, get into dairy. Like, even if you just start out through milking, like I started out by just milking 5 mornings a week.
Hours of shit. You get hours of shit.
Yeah, but
it's basically smell of shit. Yeah.
Stiff shit.
That's
but no, I like that you're so passionate about it. Also, you've played a bit of rugby.
Yes, I'm currently wearing one of my rugby tops actually. I played at Harper. I still am on the Preston Grasshoppers women's first team. I go all over playing.
What position?
I play second row, believe it or not. I'm quite
Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan, I'm so glad we're all not in the same room.
Really?
Yeah, I know that I'm very small and, like, short and small in build, But no, I play second row, and I play a damn good second row. I'll tell you that.
There we
Right,
go.
yeah. So it's all the power in the legs from the riding.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah.
question for you, Dylan. You played a bit of rugby last night, didn't you?
Well, this is not about me.
How did that go for
This
you?
is not about me.
Your man's crippled. He's an absolute cripple. I got a phone call this morning asking me if I could pick him up and drive him around all day because he couldn't drive. What have you done, Dylan? What have you done? Go on, tell the people.
I just went up for a high ball and I landed a bit funny and had to sort of jarred my knee, so to say.
Just jarred it. Just jarred it.
But I feel bad they done it with you.
I've never seen someone in so much pain while I was driving around a group of sheep
Because you're
earlier.
hitting every fucking goddamn
Mate.
bump on the fucking field.
I was literally going as you couldn't go slower. You could not physically go slower.
Oh dear.
And he's there just He's going.
Got a cushion under his leg and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
You didn't get that privilege. Not with me, you know. You silly.
It's all right.
Pardon?
It's all right. I've always known he was a pussy.
I love it.
Strike one.
I love it. You've also played a bit of polo, haven't you? Or do you still play? Or?
Yeah. I do still play polo. I started playing when I was 14, gave up when I was 16, and then I got back into it when I was in university.
Yeah. Anything she doesn't do.
No.
Have you ever been an astronaut?
Have I ever been in what?
An astronaut? Like been to space?
Do I look like I've been to space? My head might be up there a lot, but
Oh dear.
There's one thing she can't do.
Okay, an astronaut.
Yeah.
She'll go to university, won't do that. She'll study to be an astronaut.
Yeah, she'll do it on the side, and next time we're ever on, she'll be like, yeah, been to space, mate.
No, she'll zoom us in space.
Yeah.
One small leap for man. Oh dear.
But so, seeing as you're horsey related of some sort, coming out in the news, what was it, yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before?
A few days ago.
Charlotte Dujardin obviously got a little bit too excited with her whip, and it's blown up, to say the least, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on it? You got one or?
way condoning anything that she did.
But
However, I've always had a lot of disagreement with dressage as a whole, especially at that level, because the movements that they're forcing the horses to do are not natural. However, I actually think we need to point more blame towards her coach, Carl Hester, who actually got convicted a few years ago over abuse to his horse Totilas, who unfortunately passed away in 2020. But she's got to have been learning her methods from somewhere, and I say I'm not at all condoning. It is completely wrong what she did. I cannot. It was quite a big hit because growing up when I was a kid, she was my idol. She really, really was my idol.
yeah,
And it was a shock to come out, but I think we all expected it at some point.
yeah.
Like every
I just think. I just think the job is a waste of time. Just fuck the horses.
I mean, that was filmed a couple of years ago.
It was, yeah. She
Yeah.
obviously
It was
upset somebody on the yard, huh?
Pardon?
filmed back in 2021, just after the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah. And to think as well, she's done quite a lot as well on the German dressage, because the way that the Germans were doing the dressage and everything, she did quite a lot to try and stop that and change the rules and stuff. But yeah, it's a shame.
She obviously upset somebody, yeah.
So good luck to Great Britain now in the Olympics.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh,
Right,
man.
yeah, there's another thing as well that we want to touch on. It was the tetrathlete.
Tetrathlete.
Hey,
How do we go?
Tetrathlete.
tetrathlete.
That's how you say it.
Tetrathlete.
So what is what's that?
You sound like fucking Bugs Bunny there.
She's going on you.
God, what is it? What is whatever the fuck it is?
Keep going.
Tetriathlon.
Go on,
Keep
say
going
it.
to the one day. No, it's running, swimming, shooting, and cross country riding. It's actually derived from pentathlon.
Right. So what
There's three blank faces in here. We have no idea what you're talking about. It's gonna be a foreign language.
There's a lot of fucking athletes here.
So the first thing you do, what is it?
So if it varies. Sometimes most of the time we start with the shoot, but I have been at tetriathlons, so we start with the run. I've also been at tetriathlons where we started with the swim. The last tetriathlon that I did back in January, before I start my ACL, I started with the swim, which was not pleasant, jumping into a pool at 6:30 in the morning. That was absolutely Baltic. But yeah, we typically start with the shoot, which tetriathlon is also the reason why I ended up shooting for the GB team as a junior. But yeah, we started the shooting, which is 10 meters, well, in my category, which is open. It's 10 meters open sighted, turning targets, single-handed. And then we typically do the run, which is, for my category, again, 1,500 meters. And then the swim, which is as far as you can get in 3 meters in 3 minutes.
Not much.
Country round, which can vary in distance. I've done 5K ones, I've done 7K ones. Usually they have 20 to 25 jumping efforts, as in like actual jumps that are numbered, but they can be anywhere up to 30 jumps to do. I competed at national since
I'm out of breath.
Right.
Jesus.
Good lord, that's some.
So out of everything, we've spoken to you about so far, we've done we're moving.
We're on the move.
My phone's about to die, that's why.
Pre-planned,
Yeah, we're on the move.
So from everything you've done, obviously the polo, the tack, the rugby, the shooting, the show jumping, bloody hell.
Astronaut.
Rugby, you know, what is it that you and the astronauts, what is it that you love? Which one's like your top one?
My top one is probably polo.
She says wearing a rugby top.
Polo.
Do you want me to get my polo top on? It's literally in my wardrobe right now.
No, you're fine. You chose what you're going to play. These boys are getting excited.
Yeah, I might get more viewers now. What you said no for? Get the viewers, Dylan.
It's PG now.
TikToker strips on podcast.
Right, let's change this gear a little bit now.
Okay.
So last podcast we had a little thing. What was it called? Humu. So the big dog over here didn't know what hummus was, did he? So we've gone out and we brought some and we're gonna make him try it live on the fucking podcast. All right. So his initially reaction here. Now Dylan, we all know, is very, very fussy with foods. It's steak, potatoes with cheese because he supports British dairy farmers. All right. But just now he is gonna push the boat out.
Have a little sniff first.
And have a little. Go on.
Have a little.
Oh
my god. It looks like cow scour or something.
Now, are we gonna be brutal with him and make him have a spoon, or is he gonna dip a crisp in?
Fuck off!
Come on, it's got to be.
Fuck!
Get the bin ready, management. He's gonna chunder it.
Hold on. Right. You ready?
You horrible
2,
bastards.
1. Swallow.
No. You can't move. Stand there, Leighton. I'll stand here and fuck him in. Do you want a crisp to or your beard to wash it down? He's doing that thing. He's just holding it in his mouth.
It's shaking. He's got a sweat on and everything.
That is disgusting.
Humu. Oh. Now you know what it is, boy.
Do I try it with a chip? It does taste a bit better with a chip.
Why are you calling them chips?
Oh, crisp.
Sorry. Why does it taste like there's peanuts in it?
It's chickpea.
It's chickpeas.
Oh, fuck this. Fucking take it away. Nah. I'm actually sweating. Oh my god.
Do you want to lick the spoon?
No.
We did that.
Oh,
you
dear.
lot bullies, man.
There we go.
There we are. He's
We've
now
seen-
tried hummus.
Turned them out as well. We didn't want the crisps.
Oh
But
dear.
fair play. You pushed the boat out. You tried something new,
Fuck you all.
and we put him off for it for life.
Push record, we've got to do it again.
Imagine. That was brilliant.
That was good, Frank. That was good.
We rate that. Right. Are you okay to carry on now, Dylan? Are we going to carry on the
Mate,
podcast?
if it comes up on holiday, thank you.
We'll have to clean this place like the parlour. Right. So we've got a few questions, and instead of the boring topics we normally talk about or what's been going on, we're just going to try and
Loving it up.
just have a little bit of a laugh with it, I think, haven't we? But a dairy related one then, seeing as we've all done a bit of milking.
Yeah.
What tunes have we got on in the parlour?
Let's ask the guest.
Yeah,
first.
guest first.
What sort of music do you
Wait, me first.
Yeah.
I'm a bit basic. I play mainly country music.
Modern.
Gotta have a bit of a boogie, you know.
Yeah, obviously you haven't got a retro radio in the
No,
back there.
that's it. Oh dear. I'm a bit. I mean, we've got retro radio in the back. Always BBC Radio 2 on there.
I bet on with him before we did this.
Always is.
I said I bet you £5 that Leighton Bet says Radio 2. Eh? You're an old bastard.
Sundays are quite good because they have got some country music that comes on and all that. Fridays all right, you get a bit of nightlife, but then obviously you get some of the boring songs that you can't get out.
You are the oldest young person I know.
You are something.
Go out there, turn my track on. Guarantee Radio 2 will come on.
He loves Jeremy Vine. He just loves it.
Oh, it's brilliant. Some of the stuff comes out of Jeremy Vine's mouth as well. Fantastic.
Oh boy.
What about you boys?
On you go.
Back in my day, mate. Back in my day, bit of EDM, boosh, 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 because it goes with the pulsating of the pumps. I thought it was good.
That's why I was here in a posh parlour as well.
Yeah, he had Bluetooth and everything.
Oh yeah, and that's fucking old school shit. Radio 2.
Hey, this is not radio football.
Yeah, you don't know mine yet. Mine's classical.
Oh, Go on, what's yours?
Well, the first parlour I was in was a bit old school, so it had Radio 1 on, but then the second one was a bit newer, so we managed to get Kiss FM on.
Oh,
Just liven it up a bit.
yeah,
A bit early, isn't it? You've got to liven yourself up.
That's it.
I mean, if I was in your parlour, I'd be asleep after the first
That's
night.
why I don't do. That's why I don't do morning milking.
Yeah, that's very true, isn't it? I reckon you would change that in the morning.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
See, I've got a question I want to ask as well. So, there's a group of people, right? You go into a pub, yeah, and I'm one of these people. I'll go in and I'll start a round, yeah. So you're all in a round, but there's always that one person who seems to escape buying around. That fucking winds me up. Well, why the fuck get in the round in the first place? You know, if you can't afford it, fair enough. Okay, there's too many people for your budget. That's fine. You don't need to be in the round, but don't take my drink.
Yeah.
I want my fucking.
We had this. We were talking about this as well. So we'll all go into the pub, and obviously there's some people driving. So if you start a round of 5, the first 2 people or 3 people that get the first rounds in obviously escape their free drinks at the end, don't they?
Yeah.
You know.
I'd always, as soon as I walk into a pub, I'd always go up to the table first and say, "Anyone need a drink?" And then I'd go get everyone a drink, and then that would be it. I'd then just think that it's an automatic round thing, and you go round.
But people slip them.
The lucky bastards at the end when you've had way too many, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go home now. I'm a bit pissed." You've just now got out of buying 6 people beers. Cheeky buggers.
Yeah.
Do you have a group of friends that does this?
I do, and
And you
please
don't
don't hate me. Please don't hate me. I am always the one that gets out of doing the round, but it's
You're
mainly
that
because
person.
most of my mates are lads, so they insist that I don't buy the round.
It's easy being a woman, isn't it?
What a life to live, huh?
Oh, it's easy. Just get your tits out, and I will give you anything.
I think that's a bit hard to ask.
Come on, boys, let's try it.
Go on, Dylan. You've got enough. You've got more tits than I do.
You jealous?
Oh yeah, clearly.
One day when you grow up.
He's got them double D's.
I'm sorry that I have the chest of a 12-year-old boy.
Oh dear.
Even my boyfriend has more tits than I do. He overspills in my bra.
Overspills.
You can't out your man like this.
It's the ones though as well that they have some weird drinks that come on, and you're just like, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, like I don't drink lager. I drink Dave's homebrew or something.
Yeah.
Dave's homebrew is like 12 quid a pint. You're like, why the fuck are you drinking Dave's homebrew?
Oh, it's like someone told me around the other day. It was like, I'll have a tiki rum lemonade with a splash of lime. I'm like, what is that?
I just said no. Fuck off.
Do you want a card again? Yeah, I'll get you a card. That'll do. Oh dear.
But it's the same thing. It's just pretty much the same thing as like, for instance, you're having a tailgate or you're having a field party, and it's like bring your own drinks. And then for instance, I've brought a cool box. I brought a 20-pack of whatever I'm drinking. I put it in there. I'm just like, oh, if you like put your drinks in, then you help yourself.
Yeah.
But someone walks in with like one can, puts it in, and then continues to have like 15. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's my token to have it.
Fucking shit out, isn't it?
It's like one of those claw things at Brighton where you can put it in and you're like, yeah, don't get anything. But
every barbecue in the country, bring your own drink. There's that one person that swans in with like a 4-pack of just Coronas, and you look at them going, "You're not driving. Where's the other Coronas coming from?"
Definitely gonna have more than 4.
Yeah, so you're gonna drink my crate of 20 that I brought. Huh?
Let me guess, you're that person as well.
No, I'm not actually. I'm usually the person who offers my drinks out if I bring a case.
Have to redeem yourself.
That's right.
Fair enough.
Right. So this also leads on to another little thing we've got going.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing that you could say on a farm, but you wouldn't dare say it in public?
Someone else go first, go on.
You haven't thought about yours, have you?
Oh, I've got it, but I'll let someone else go
Go on,
first.
big man.
Off the top of my head, it's like if you just hold her down, I'll put the syringe in her.
Oh dear.
That's something else, huh?
It's true. If you're jabbing a sheep, so someone's got to hold the sheep down, and you put the syringe in.
Yeah.
But if I said that on the train, it was like, motherfuckers bringing people.
Mine's related to holding a sheep down as well.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, throw me that bottle of lube because this bitch is tight. You know? We all say it. She's tight. She's enough lube.
It is.
Have you got any, Rhiannon?
Mine would probably be I was shoulder deep in her and I still couldn't find anything.
Yeah, that's the total end of the spectrum. Mine would have been like when you're lambing or something and she doesn't take to her foster or something, be like, right, you've got 2 choices here. You do as I say, or there's going to be a bullet between your eyes. You couldn't say that out in public, could you?
Fucking take it. Take the lamb.
I've got a couple more here that I found. One of them is the age-old. Oh, look at that arse.
Yeah, she's got some shape.
Mr. Dillon, you are arrested for perverting.
Yeah, the other one is fucking hell. The tits on that, it's never gonna get right. It's never gonna get its mouth around it.
That's clear.
Some cows have really big tits, right?
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
And so do some heifers.
best milk her out. Bloody hell, boys. Oh, dear.
I like that little segment actually.
Yeah, fuck it. It's quite an add-on, wasn't it?
We'll get people to send some in.
But on another note, there's 3 of us here that have been on a little tour this week.
Hey, me.
And you never came.
He's been
He
so-
shithoused again.
He's been
The people, he lied. He said he was coming and he never did.
I was
That's
ill.
twice.
You be boring.
Yep, there you go. You're
Oh,
boring.
here we go.
Yeah,
I was ill.
you with your radio too.
Yeah.
Even Dylan, who's getting old and doesn't come to AGM anymore, made it to Royal Welsh.
That's
I like this guy. He's brilliant. And the tables are turned.
He's knocked the lights off the fucking room.
Yeah.
Well, no, you guys have been away though, haven't you?
Luke has been desperate to talk about this.
He has been into it.
desperate.
Well, yeah, mate, it's fucking wild up there. It is fucking wild. It's feral. The Welsh.
Welcome to my neck of the
Welsh
woods.
young farmers are so feral.
Go on.
Said welcome to my neck of the woods.
It's nuts. It's shits all over Blackpool. I'm sorry. It's different, mate. It's a different level up there.
Seeing some of the stuff that was coming out and everything, I was like,
fucking hell.
But I do think, yes, it was good, but I think you've been to the wrong Blackpools.
All right, Grandad. All right, you got shit all over up. All right.
in the day.
Sorry, Dylan. We probably weren't old enough to go when you were going.
Yeah, there you go.
I honestly, this is the best one we've ever done. Because people going, what are you doing? It's fantastic.
I've been nothing but nice to her.
You're probably going to chaperone next.
Fuck off, you've been nice to me.
Oh, bloody.
Sorry, you didn't see me last week. You fucking abandoned me.
Mate,
I actually saw you walking through the shearing and you ignored me.
Did you see her?
I didn't know who we were looking for, Dylan.
I was going to say, you didn't know what I looked like.
And she was sitting down, so how are we going to see her?
See, that's not my fault. We come looking for you and you're like, oh, we've gone, so.
And I found you and you completely fucking ignored my text until you got out the shearing.
Honestly, I'd stop that.
I saw you housewiping.
All I got told is we're looking for my sister. I said, are we? And then we went out the shed and we're going, oh, no, fuck that. We'll go somewhere else now.
His sister looks completely fucking polar opposite to him.
Oh, jeez.
But no, Welsh is unreal. Our Welsh is absolutely something else, especially compared to anything we've got here down south.
How long is it on for? Is it 5 days? 4 days? 5 days.
But people start drinking from the Friday before the fucking.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's Saturday night until Thursday night.
Fucking ridiculous.
Christ. You couldn't see that down here, would you?
Yeah.
Can we just say we went to that speed shear in the market? Fucking unreal.
Yeah.
Fast as fuck.
Unreal.
Fast as fuck.
It's not. We'll get onto the shearing in a minute.
Did you see my Snapchat story of that first night?
Yeah.
So to tell the listeners, me and Dylan left here at about 6 o'clock in the morning with good intentions of getting up there early. It's busy up there, isn't it? We wanted to get a seat in the market there and watch the speed shear. So what time did we get there? About 3 o'clock?
No, it would have been about 2.
No, 2. Yeah. So anyway, we got there a few hours early. We're like, right, let's get a beer and we'll go in. Then we come across a tailgate down with just this cool box in there full of beers. Next minute we walked to co-op. We did our bit, didn't we? 2 crates of beer.
Also, can we just say shout out to William?
Yeah.
And the big disco that he had. Because he had a big old box in there with ice and just lagers and stuff.
Yeah.
And we did the right thing. Can we just say we went and bought our own beer?
Put stuff in there?
Yeah. It wasn't just come turn up and drink.
Yeah.
But I had full intentions of properly watching the speed shear, getting in there, getting a seat and all of this.
So fucking none of it.
Got distracted by the beer and never see it.
No. What we saw was the cool box and the tailgate. We didn't leave it for how long? About 4 or 5 hours.
What do you say? You boys go this bus, we go in.
No.
Oh dear. And can I just say, fucking how friendly everyone is all around the world. There's like people from New Zealand, people from the Falklands, people from This is why I'll put this out there. I'll put this out into the universe, especially to you two showing boys. The shearing community is much nicer than the show community.
To be honest, I wouldn't agree to a certain extent, but they are very, very welcoming and friendly.
Yeah.
I know, I have to agree.
Hey,
I do have to agree.
There's one thing we've all
I found quite competitive and quite bitchy. I find shearing so friendly, so nice.
No, they are.
Everyone supports each other.
Literally, it's people from around the world. And Wills, he is obviously go shearing around the world, so he knows a fair few people.
Yeah.
People just come over, have a beer, they'll have a chat to you. They don't know who you are. They'll just have a chat to you about random shit. Yeah. You see them like later on in the evening in the White Horse, and they still remember you. Fuck yeah! And you just
like
have
best
a drink.
friends. Yeah.
And then we got a round of 20 to buy drinks for. That was happy rounds, isn't it?
That's when you guys started avoiding people. You're like, don't talk to me, otherwise it's another round of the pub.
These guys got a podcast. They must have some money to spend.
She's shaking her head like she got something to say.
Huh?
In your head, I thought you had something to say.
No, I was trying to read something.
We're
Sorry,
not.
I'm dyslexic.
That's all right. We all are. No, but the Welsh it was.
I must admit, they do say like that is the show that just all the Welsh people, all the Welsh farmers, they just go straight into this valley and they just stay there.
We're driving up to down through Bill. And Luke is like, everyone's got a singlet. Where's everyone got a singlet?
Singlet shots. I was like, what the fuck is this place? Where are we? We don't get this in Sussex and Kent, do we? You're the rare one if you're wearing a singlet.
I was going to say, that's because you're on the end of the country.
Yeah, no wonder you're out. I know, Dylan.
Nah.
Singlet man.
Yeah,
It was a good time though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
just
wild.
just
I'll tell you what. Last year. I went to the Highland for the first time, and obviously this year I've done the Welsh. The Highland was good,
Yeah.
but it wasn't great. The Welsh was great.
Where's your next one then?
Cornish.
The Cornwall
Doing the
show.
Royals. Doing the Royals.
What was the Cornwall show? It's always on the South of England one.
Yeah, fuck yourself, England. Jack.
Yeah, well.
Nah, look, see, she's snarl her face. Definitely going back to the Welsh.
Oh, yeah. Loads of Welsh.
He had a great
Mate,
time.
fuck the rest of the shows. That's just
And
wild,
also,
right?
can we say how friendly are the Welsh people?
Oh, they're brilliant then.
Fucking hell. They're
Isn't
just
that how you became friends
Even
with
when they're
me?
speaking their different language.
eh?
Isn't that how you became friends with me?
Apart from her, everyone else. Apart from her.
That's rude.
But yeah, I'm welcoming, so friendly. I don't know where this. I've never been to Wales before, and all I've ever heard about Wales, if you go to Wales, it's terrible. You walk in a pub,
They'll look at you
and speak Welsh. And maybe it's just regular Welsh. Maybe the farming Welsh are a different breed of Welsh. I don't know.
Possibly.
But I had a great time.
Yeah,
Very
it
welcome
was
people.
good. It was top.
Want to chat to you. Unreal show. Well done to the people who put on the speech here.
Yeah.
And the second speech at Hermione or whatever. I can't read the words.
I may now.
That's the only thing about Welsh. Can't read fuck all.
No.
It's not that difficult. As long as you know how to sound certain sounds, it's easy.
Can you say something in Welsh?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Oh, I thought it was going to be Dylan's got big
That's
tits.
You love fucking Craig Nick Williams. I'm taking flat from every direction.
Oh dear.
Oh, brilliant.
But yes, no, good chat. I'd definitely go
We'll be
back.
back. Later will say he's coming next time, but he definitely fucking won't.
Come here again. Sorry.
He's come here.
He's a shit house, isn't he?
It's always this time of year I get ill.
Oh,
Honestly, it's in the calendar and everything.
but you could go there and come back ill.
Yeah, but anyway, we won't go to that.
Fucking hell, you do see some shit up there, though.
Come on.
We turned up
Some shit. You're telling me. You're telling me.
We turned up and we're just setting up the old tent, and your man's walking around with a plastic table over his head, like he's putting his head through the table, and he's just walking around with me like, yeah, and what? And the next
No one
minute,
bats an eye.
you're driving up to the campsite. The next minute, some kiddie takes off like next to
Run
the truck
down here.
and literally runs into the caravan.
Yeah, just running flat out down the hill. He's going, wow.
What are you doing?
Thing is, I can just imagine that vision that.
But the worst thing of that, I can't say I've ever seen anything look better than that. And honestly, some fucking shit. I went up on the day, what was it, Monday, to go to the toilet in the morning. And there's a line of like 10 portaloos. Right. I got to the 10th one to find a bit of loo roll, but the shit I have seen in those portaloos. There's shit on the ceiling. There's fucking piles of shit on the floor. There's blood. Mate, I've never seen it. Looked like a fucking dairy, just skitter. There's just skitter everywhere. I've never seen anything fucking like it in my life. And bearing in mind it's 6 a.m, I nearly spewed. I was holding it so much.
Which one did you go with then? Still the number 10?
Oh, I took one look at that last one. I thought, I'm gonna brave it.
Fucking hell, boy.
And I give myself a pat on the back as I come out. I thought, yeah, boy, you
got the audience.
We done it. No, but everyone else, I come out, was doing the same. They're like, fuck, which one's the worst? The best one out of the worst you could go into.
But the worst thing, thinking that people saw you coming out, you're like, it wasn't me. I promise it was not me.
Yeah, kind of like, fucking hell, you've done a wonder in there.
Also, how good is the fucking white horse?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's what it's called, isn't it? That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's the White Horse.
Oh fuck! So basically, it's a pub. It's got a car park out the back, and they hire this big fucking gazebo marquee looking thing. Put it out the back. Put some toilets there. Put a few bars up, and then it's just Ramo. It's fucking Ramo. Absolutely.
And it's got edge good in there. Yeah?
Did you go to that nightclub that you were? You sent me on the old TikTok.
That was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a nightclub or something.
No, it's a pub. You're not stood on the floor. You're stood on plastic cups.
Yeah.
And also, there's like fucking little bars. So on your way back to the campsite or whatever, there's like bars, and there's like we're going back at 5 a.m. And there's this fucking thing still pumping music and serving drinks, and you go to bed, you wake up 3 hours later, you're on your way back down, and it's still pumping music. Does anyone sleep at this fucking job?
Jesus.
No?
No. I ended up skinning my arm from trying to walk back at 5 a.m. on Sunday. Because I didn't realise how drunk I was, and I also wasn't camping. I was staying at my friend's, and I thought I could walk back rather than getting a taxi when it was in Llandudrod Wales, not Bilth.
Wow. We don't know where that is. I assume it's far.
It's about 10-15 minutes from Bilth.
And that's far. The fucking Bilth was far enough. Fucking
to walk to Llandudrod Wales, it was all back roads. It was not ideal to walk, I can tell you that.
Me, him, and Roger on our way back. And as you come, before you get to this campsite, as you come down, you're sort of on like a little hill, and it goes down a dip, and then you just look back up, and you're like, oh fuck, you gotta walk that.
If you're that bollocks that you can't really walk, you won't make it. More than 5 meters.
You say that. Last year, I was staying in SB. I didn't want to make it back to SB. I was in Penmaenau every single night. I don't know how I got in Penmaenau, but I got in there.
Fuck's sake, now.
You're in the bottom of the bowl. You stay in the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, you won't be leaving it.
No, that's it now. But also, big shout out to the people, to the young farmers just stayed in SV.
Yeah,
great pictures have come out of how clean and tidy they've left it.
Yeah,
and
that was incredible. Against Glastonbury
there. Yeah. Well
Top
done
job.
to them.
That's it.
But that was a Welsh unreal. Leighton, you want to go. You want to go. Honestly, I've seen some stuff in my town. But that was
Leighton, if you book it off next year, I'll pay for your members pass. How about that?
Whoa! We'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, now right. I'll text my boss now. Right, let me just stay on. Perfect. Brilliant.
That is mega. Even without her doing it, I'd recommend you go.
Yeah.
Mate.
I would 100% though. If you don't get a members pass this year, get a members pass next year. It is so much better. You don't have to pay to get into the show. You get access to exclusive bars. You get access to certain dues. It is worth it, and it works out the cost of about 2 days worth of going just into the show.
Oh, I think we should get a free one. We're literally bigging up the Royal Welsh like anything. Send us free tickets and stuff next year.
Okay, what's she like a rapper?
You're actually talking to me like I run the Royal Welsh.
That's why we got you on. Yeah, we thought you were the top dog. That's why we got you on here.
No. I run AGM, mate, not Royal Welsh.
No. Right, let's swing her into farming fuck ups and get to see.
Yeah, so Rhi, you're up now. So have you got a farming fuck up?
I have got 2 quite big farming fuck ups. Both were around silage time last year. One was I was rolling the pit and I hit a soft spot just as I was about to reverse, and I was in the handler, not the JCB, and the whole thing tilted forwards, and I put quite a big hole in the side of the silage clamp in the tin sheet, and I thought I got away with it. I kept quiet for 3 days, and then they found out. Thank you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Now your takeaway just been delivered.
Yeah, delivery driver.
I'm in the middle of a podcast. I'm really sorry. It's okay.
Is there anyone interesting? Bring them on.
He's just walked out my caravan.
Ah.
It was my boss's brother.
Oh, here we go.
He was bringing me my riding helmet.
Safety first.
That is not a euphemism. Before you say anything,
No one said anything. Why are you getting defensive?
because I know you, Dylan. My other big farming fuck up was last year while I was milking. I forgot to change the gates between the highs and the low cows. So they both got mixed. So I ended up just saying fuck it and opening the gate so they could have the whole shed. And it took us 6 weeks to sort them out.
Say it now.
My boss was not happy. The milk ticket was extremely bad. And I had to accept responsibility for that one. I say the silage clump, I thought I got away with it, and then 2 days later they noticed that there was a massive hole in the side of the clamp.
Did you lose your job?
What's with you?
No, I didn't lose my job. I only lost my job for getting a sheep bucket. What?
She lost her job from getting a sheep smacker on the head from a feed bucket. But dairy one's a little bit more serious, isn't it?
Yeah, but my boss just found it funny in the end, and he just made me go and sign the hole that I put in the side of the silage clamp.
Oh, that's right.
Bloody hell.
That's some.
Yeah.
It's up there.
That is up there, actually, yeah. That's
So,
a proper one.
What we're doing now?
Gatepost secrets,
Gatepost
haven't we?
secrets, yeah.
We've got to rush through this.
Indeed.
We'll swing through.
Well,
So, Reed, you want to go first? Have you got a gatepost secret first?
I have one, but I might lose my best mate because of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, maybe we don't start. Maybe we don't cancel the friendship thing.
I can tell you if you want, but I just probably should never hear this. So about 2 years ago, there was a guy that we're both friends with who was pumping for her dad, and he fell in the slurry pit. And about 2 hours after that, they were sat on the tractor together, and he ended up fingering her. She had a UTI for 5 weeks afterwards.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
Oh, fucking hell.
I don't know what to say.
At least it wasn't me.
I don't actually know. That is a gatepost secret, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus.
Just so you know, short black and ugly do not have any think against best friends splitting up and stuff like that, so we've got nothing to do with this.
We don't condone it, alright? Fucking hell.
Oh, boys, have we got any
I got one.
I don't even think there's anything top of that.
No, I don't even know. Should we just give her the beer koozie now?
Go on then, Albie.
Oh, I got one sent in by an anonymous person.
Yeah.
And basically, to sum it up, there were 3 sheep on this farm that kept jumping and getting out. And he got so pissed off for them, he cut the tags, put his own tags in them, and sent a mark about telling his boss and just kept the fucking money. We don't condone stealing, but he got so pissed off with them getting out in the neighbour's field, he just cracked on and did it.
I wouldn't really call it a gatepost secret. I call it a life hack.
Oh, that's brilliant. We have another one sent in from an anonymous person. And basically, they were moving some ewes in the winter with the tractor and the box. They got to the field and had to reverse in the gate on this busy back lane. Loads of cars appeared out of nowhere. This quiet lane was suddenly the fucking M6, apparently. So the pressure got to him. And he sent it like a trooper straight into the gatepost. And because the gate was open as well, that got deleted too. Unloaded the sheep, went up to the farmer's yard and found a gate in his yard the same size and took it to the field, pushed the gatepost back up and hung the gate. Came back that night with a trailer full of sand and gravel and cement and concreted that bad boy in. Shoveled some soil over the concrete so you couldn't tell. and he thinks somebody came in his yard and stole a gate off his hinges in the night.
He's got away with that one, didn't he?
He got away lucky on that one. Jesus.
And
Jeez.
Lord, fair play to him, eh?
Gate post and the gate fact.
So I'm not gonna put a gay pussy grid, but I'm quickly gonna put an unpopular opinion in.
Go on.
Okay.
Swing her in there.
My unpopular opinion is girls on like Instagram or TikTok or whatever who do that stupid pose where they like turn around and then put their one leg backwards and then because they're trying to make their ass look good. That's my unpopular opinion. Just if you haven't got an ass, mate, just fucking let it go. All right, it's not for you. You have not got the facilities for that.
Get the booty out.
That's my unpopular.
If you weren't pinned in there, we'd make you do it to show the camera.
Yeah, literally. We'll get a picture of
Yeah,
Instagram of Dylan doing it.
Just popping his sassy pillows, huh?
That's it. That's
Oh
it.
dear, it's brilliant. Dad, come on. Management's got to vote for a winner, even though we know. But she can't vote her own in.
Why
Because she is going to win anyway, because we might as well just give it to her, because we all think that she's won.
Oh, and then Craig, you'll have to vote.
I don't know. I must admit, I like the idea of the switching the tax.
Oh Christ!
Clever
I
stuff.
just want to give her a beer because that's fucking brilliant.
Anyway,
For wrecking a friendship over this, you get one of these.
Yeah,
Right?
that's it.
Yeah, it was the next
Yeah.
video by now.
Big,
But
is it?
yeah, unfortunately, we are running out of time.
That's it.
So quickly,
Yeah, thank you.
thank
You've
you very
been
much.
brilliant. Yeah,
It's not really
Welcome.
fucking abuse I've got.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say thank you so much,
Yeah.
Rhiannon, for coming on and
That's
giving
it.
Dylan abuse. It's absolutely fantastic.
We'll repay you at the next Royal Welsh show, no doubt.
It's alright. I've probably got about 7 years worth of dirt on Dylan, so
Love it, love it.
Here we go. Here we go.
We'll get you on for another one just to hear it.
That's it. No, perfect. Well,
Yeah, so thank you very much to everyone. Please subscribe to the YouTube,
That's
the Spotify, check
TikTok,
us out on
everything.
TikTok, Facebook,
Facebook.
the whole lot. I have been Dylan, aka that farmer dude, and this week we didn't actually say
No,
that,
we
but
didn't,
I've been the ugly this week.
yeah, I've been Leighton and I have been the short this week.
And I have been Luke, and I have been the black this week. And yeah,
That's the one I'm gonna pitch.
let's go to the pub, play ball.
Woo.